So home improvement really didn't see much of a look in this week. I did the teeniest, tiny little bit in the bathroom, and I think that was all I managed. But this is the point, is that it's not about big, huge renovations or DIY or anything. It is literally sometimes just about straightening something up, and that is it. It's just about 1% each week as a bare minimum, and some weeks I'll do more and other weeks I will do very, very little, and this was one of these weeks, and I expect next week will be the same. But anyway, I will show you what I have done. It's not much, but I can show you. A few weeks ago I organised this unit and it displaced a lot of bits and pieces that were on it. Unfortunately, I didn't get around to doing anything about those bits until this week. I finally moved those baskets and cleaned up the bathroom. And well done me, I got to the gym twice this week. I did it. Filming in the gym is really awkward. But I did do a workout. I did glutes and legs again. Probably going to feel it in my shoulders a bit too. Yeah. Just out in the garden enjoying the flowers. Flower, yeah. A modest garden. Enjoying my coffee in the sun before it gets too hot. Isn't he so pretty? As I've said before, a lot of my time during the day is spent maintaining the house. Cleaning, making things, washing, tidying, looking after the children of course. So I generally always start my days by doing sort of domestic jobs around the house, and then maybe later in the day I'll get around to doing more of my thing. And this is especially true if John is home. But if I'm on my own with the children, that makes it a lot more challenging, and I find that it's quite hard to strike the balance sometimes between what I should do and what I want to do. And obviously there are lots of things that I feel I should do. This has been quite a mindset shift over the years, especially since we've had Eden. I don't know what happened, but my mindset just completely changed and I let go of a lot in terms of what I expected myself to be able to do. This is a very rare moment. Fox is out playing with friends, Leo's got a friend over, and Eden is taking a really decent nap. So I've sat down and I've done some YouTube admin. I'm still doing that now. And then hopefully she stays asleep a little bit longer and I can do a couple of jobs around the house. But I'm hoping to do more YouTube stuff tomorrow, and then Wednesday I'm busy working. Thursday I'm busy working, so I really have only tomorrow to sort of get stuff off the ground. I really want to do more shorts and build shorts from my videos that I've been uploading. Yeah, so I feel like there's quite a lot to do. She's waking up. Okay. I love her, but it's gloriously hot. Bless you. Bless you. Yeah, you want snacks? I could easily live in a hot country. I love this. So anyway, pain is a lot better than it was yesterday. I don't know whether it's just because I was thinking about it more, but it just seemed to hurt so much more yesterday. I was very active, went to the gym. Hi buddy. There are no snacks for you. and I was at work, and so obviously I'm doing a lot of work. Well done, you got them open yourself. Clever girl. Yeah, you're gonna have some? Yum yum. Hello. I am aware of it. I'm aware of like when it hurts and when it doesn't. I had a couple of instances yesterday in the gym where it was a bit kind of like, ooh, but I think I'm just gonna have to learn what feels good without actually causing any pain. And definitely things like bending a lot seems to be a no-no. So the hardest bit about going to the gym is actually getting yourself to the gym. I don't feel like going at all, but I've got myself in something so that I can go. I'm gonna do arms and like back and upper body today. I feel really distracted by things that are happening at home because the children are, well, except Leo. Leo's kind of, at an age where he just sort of takes care of himself, really. Fox and Eden, especially Eden, she wants me a lot of the time. John's here, obviously, but we try and divide the day so that if we're both home, we each get time to do our own thing. The children, Fox and Eden, find that quite difficult because then I'm not available. But I really have some things to get done because I realise next week I'm filming 4 days, so I'm just not going to have any time to do anything. I don't know what I did to get arms like this, but they are not as strong as they look. I was really sore for quite a few days after this. I've been spending a bit of time in the garden today, just sort of watering and pruning and stuff, and there's quite a bit to do at the moment because it's so in the middle of summer. And then later I'm actually doing something which is a little bit scary for me. I'm going to have a Wim massage, which is a little bit woo-woo. But I'm scared of it, so that kind of told me that that's probably something I need to be doing. And this is to sort of, bear with me, spiritually address some of my physical pain. I'm kind of just seeing what it's like. I'm not expecting to be like miraculously pain-free afterwards, but a friend of mine, more of an acquaintance really, is doing them and she's learning, and so I was kind of like, okay, I'll come along and try and see what that's like. Never mind. Hey everybody. The Wim massage was very restful. It was very nice. I was a little bit nervous that it would kind of open like this emotional release of some kind. I thought I'd end up crying. And there were a couple of moments where I felt kind of like on the edge of something, but Roxy was very gentle and she didn't push anything, so it was just basically like a really lovely massage, but kind of focused on like sort of the lower back and some of the sort of solar plexus chakra. So, and it just was like, it was really warm and relaxing and super soothing, and I came out of there feeling like really relaxed, and like kind of spiritually nourished a little bit, because I don't often do that kind of stuff anymore. At one point in time I was like going to women's circles and pulling oracle cards and kind of that kind of witchy stuff, but I haven't done it at all basically since maybe like a couple of years now. So nothing like amazing happened during it, and I wasn't expecting it, but I suspect that if I did it more often, perhaps something would come. I definitely felt afterwards, when I was walking back to my car, I was like, I feel like I'm walking the way that I used to before I had all this pain and stiffness and achiness. So something seemed to have relaxed. Obviously, like, my pain in my joint is still there, but that for me now is normal. Unfortunately, it shouldn't be the case, but like, this is a normal amount of pain for me to be in. So I would probably do it again. Yeah, I mean, I think I would recommend going, even if it's just for the nice massage, with a little bit of like a spiritual component to it. I feel today a little bit emotional. I have to say, I don't know whether it's because of the massage or whether it's because I'm about a week away from coming on my period. This phase of my cycle tends to make me very emotional. I have less patience, and everything bothers me. Everything that I've been putting up with for the month or however many weeks previous, everything gets to me. So today I feel pretty maxed out. Actually, I feel like I want to cry. Everything is dirty and I can't keep on top of it. I don't have enough money. Things like that. Eden is just waking up from her nap again. She is going through something at the moment. It could be teething or something, but she's screaming a lot, just really loud all the time, and that is just so overstimulating for me. Plus, like, just everything else that's going on, it just feels like too much. And I've been having a lot of doubts about the channel and whether like this is worth me doing. And I knew that I was going to come up against something. I knew that I would eventually come up against an obstacle, and this is the first one, my own self-doubt. I'm probably going to have to stop and go and tend to her now. So that's it for now. Stay tuned for next week, which will be week 5, which I plan to do a kind of review of how the month has gone so far and what I think is working and what isn't working. So stay tuned for next week.